Yeah.
There's two things that I wanted to talk to you about before we got in here besides the election, in no particular order. Aliens and George Soros.
Hey, how do you know they're not connected?
They might be connected.
They might be connected.
But both of those things I find particularly fascinating.
I never knew that about you.
The George Soros thing just keeps coming up over and over and over again, where people that I know that are very intelligent and some that are very connected say that he's funding a lot of these Antifa rallies and protests and chaos, and that they're funding the political campaigns of people that are opposed to putting people in jail and that are promoting, air quotes, social justice and all of these reforms and all of these political movements that seem to be deteriorating the trust in law enforcement, and that there's some sort of organized campaign by him to do something to destroy the fabric of our democracy.
Yeah, sort of the one world government run by George Soros.
That's the Batman villain storyline.
Yeah, I think the truth is less exciting or interesting. I think he puts a lot of money into a handful of organizations, and that money gets funneled out for various purposes, campaigns, supporting organizations. There's no doubt. I think that his worldview is somewhat different than mine. But I don't think that Soros is, running some campaign to take down America. I think that's.
Why do you think people are so attracted to that idea? Is it because of Batman movies?
Yeah, everybody loves a big villain. He's an evil-looking guy. I mean, I don't mean that wrong, but he can't help his appearance. No offense, there.
But you look like you could be in Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, he's got that look about him.
You can see him in a black robe.
Yeah,
Vader,
exactly.
your
Takes the
directive.
helmet off, and there he is. Look at that.
Dun, 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 dun.
He could do something about those bags under his eyes, frankly.
He doesn't want to. He's got billions of dollars.
Yeah, I know.
What gets a person's rocks off when they have that much money and they're still trying to make more money, and they're basically, I mean, how old is he? 80?
How old is George Soros?
He's got to be in his 80s, right? He's in the home stretch. 90.
He's 90.
90.
Yeah.
He's in the home stretch, kids.
Does it say how much money he's given away of his?
It says he's worth $8.6 billion. I don't know about giving away.
He's not giving any.
Having donated more than $32 billion to the Open Society Foundations, according to Wikipedia.
Wow, he's worth 8. He's donated 32. That's a man committed.
Yeah, and see, that's part of it.
That's crazy.
The connection to Open Society, I think, is probably what helps to fuel it. But I mean, you got a guy that.
What does that mean?
He's an easy. What do you call it? He's an easy foil, an easy target to be. It's like the Koch brothers. There's no difference, right? It's just one side blames the Koch brothers for, trying to take over America, and one side blames Soros. So,
what is that organization, Jamie?
Open Society.
Oh. The Open Society Foundation support individuals and organizations across the globe fighting for freedom of expression, accountable government, and societies that promote justice and equality. Well, that sounds good.
It does sound good, doesn't it?
That's what's confusing.
Yeah.
So all these people that think he's evil.
Truth and justice.
I mean, but if I was going to be evil, I would hide behind something like that. It sounds like a perfect.
Well, and you can imagine some of that
cover.
money getting eventually funneled, making its way to organizations. I'm not saying it's happening, but an organization like Antifa or whatever.
Right.
The theory being, oh no, we're trying to promote. If you wrap yourself in the cloak of promoting equality and justice, most people aren't going to push back because they don't want to look like a dick, right?
Right. You can get away with a lot of shit.
Yeah. So you don't. But anybody who's got this is one of my things. If you're going to give money to an organization, do a little investigating first. Find out how much of it goes into people's pockets and actually where the money goes and what it's used for. Sometimes it's easier than not, and if it's difficult to find that information out, give your money somewhere else, right? Because it's not. There should be transparency around any operation that's asking you for a donation or for your money. But Soros, when he funnels that money in, makes its way through. It's like a pachinko machine, right? It's just kicking all over the place, right? So it's no surprise. But
so do you think it's just that it's an easy target for someone who's looking for like one person who's the puppet master, who's pulling all the strings?
Right. Everybody loves it's a simplistic way of looking at things,
Yeah.
right? And I'm not saying that Soros isn't funding groups that wouldn't piss people off, I guess, but
There's more to it.
there's
than
more
that.
to it than that. But